Hi, guys, and welcome back to Midday Matcha with Livy and Dina. I am back. Oh, wait, clearly I am fucking Livy. That's my line. I totally forgot my line, too. You guys, we have such a special guest in the studio today. My mother, Dina. Dina, say hello.
Hello.
You are the most requested guest. You guys, she's nervous, so we're going to, give her a break, but
I'm good.
it's
No,
okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
No, it's
I'm
okay
good.
to be nervous. It's okay to be
Okay.
nervous. We're going to talk about all things that you want to talk about. Actually, she really has no idea what's coming for her. I asked you guys on Instagram a bunch of questions to ask her, so then I picked my favorites. We're going to go through all of those. Any topics you want to touch on, we can touch on those, but you're in studio. How do you feel?
Great.
Do you?
I'm happy to be here. I'm in New York with my daughters.
Yeah,
Doesn't get
she
any better
came-
than this. And my best friend.
Jude is here, guys. So if you hear me say anything to Jude in the background, or I look that way, it's because Jude's right there. But yeah, Jude is here as well. My mom's bestie, aka lesbian lover, and we love that for them. We do love that. All right, I feel like we should just dive right into the
Okay.
questions. Okay, and don't be worried because a lot of these questions are genuinely just about me.
Surprise.
Surprise, surprise! It's all about me. Okay, what do you think about my TikTok account and my story times?
I love your TikToks. We watched a lot of them last night and we were hysterical.
Okay, which ones?
Oh.
Don't tell me.
Super Bowl X.
Okay, okay.
I'm trying to think. There were a couple other ones too. You're just very, 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 very funny. So the TikTok, and what was the other question?
How do you feel about TikToks and my story times? Like, how do you feel about my TikTok account in general?
I love your TikToks. There's certain topics I don't like
So which ones?
the sexual ones.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions about that. Woody, why
Yeah.
don't you like when I talk about sexual things?
I just don't feel it's often very ladylike.
So she's very stuck in what we call it, like the 1900s mentality, where it's like women need to cook and clean in the kitchen, and like,
No,
God
God, no.
forbid I talk about anal once or twice on the
Okay, we're
internet.
good. That
But,
would be the topic that I don't like her covering.
once or twice I talk about anal a couple times, which I've never done, so that's not an issue. But do you know what I realized? Because a lot of people ask, like, how do you feel about me talking about sex on the internet?
You know what? I think it's a different dynamic today, and if you're comfortable with it, it's your life. It has nothing to do with me.
No, but like, I want to know your opinion. Like, wait.
Well, I would prefer you didn't.
Yeah.
I would prefer you didn't talk about a rim job.
Okay. I never talked about, getting my ass ate. That's a different.
Yeah, well, the same thing. Like those are not things a mom wants to hear or share. Oh, listen to my daughter on TikTok. You know,
I'm talking about
and a little bit too much of the swearing, but it's okay.
I do have a swearing problem, and I know that. I'm aware of that. I don't know why. It's just
I
think-
do.
What?
I'm sure you heard it when you were growing up. So I'm
My
partially to blame.
father, which we'll get into. Anyways.
Or not.
No. But the thing is, I realize that I think it's just like the passion, like the passion. I'm like, fuck.
You have passion without expletives.
It's very difficult for me. So overall, we would say that you love my TikTok.
I do love your TikToks, and there are some that I watch over and over again because you're just so damn funny. But you've been funny since you were a little girl.
You're such a sweetheart. Okay, your favorite. This is literally all about me. I'm not gonna lie. What is your favorite quality about me?
You have a big heart.
Stop.
You do. You have a big heart. You're genuinely a very good person. You have a big heart, and you're hysterical. Like, I have fun with you because we're always laughing.
I know. We have
Maybe not yesterday, but for the most part.
You guys, we had a little bit of a tiff yesterday. Not like a tiff. You were just
No,
like,
you were
up my
tired.
ass.
You were
Yeah.
tired. You were
I'm tired, and she loves to touch me and kiss me and hug me and get espresso martinis. Like, that was like your big thing. Did you guys get your espresso martinis?
Yeah, the three of us split one.
What? You split one espresso
We just wanted
martini?
to stop in. It's a cute little bar.
Bonnie V. I do love it there. Well,
little
no
bar.
free clout, but like I do love it there. I've only been one time, actually. So you love I feel like I should also answer my favorite qualities about you too. I don't feel like it should just be me asking questions.
Since it is Mother's Day week.
Since it is Mother's Day, my favorite would be your heart. I feel like you love a little too hard. You love a little too much. But I love
Can
that
you ever
about
love
you.
too much?
Yeah, you've done it. You've done it.
Okay.
But like, it's such a good thing. And I love that about you so much. And I've always said this, like, you're everyone's mother. Like, you're everyone's mom. And I think that's amazing. Yeah. Anyways, what was the hardest struggle with raising me?
Oh, God. What grade?
Just, okay, fuck you. What do you mean, what grade?
Well, the hardest thing, you don't like, you if you don't like what you're told, you become a little bit more defiant. Like you only like to hear what you want to hear.
Yeah, for sure. Like
I don't think do you want, what part do you want me to touch on? Like
you can touch on whatever you want to touch on.
8th grade through freshman, sophomore year.
Well, you got to be more specific. Let the people know. I was in the psych ward. Anyways.
That was horrible. That was the hardest part ever. In and out of psych wards. And
I had a bad anxiety and we couldn't figure out what the anxiety was. And
we
then
figured it out.
What?
Your home environment.
Well, no, you say that mine. I think it was just being trapped. I didn't like being trapped in school. Because that one.
No, definitely that school anxiety was your thing, but the anxiety starts in the home. It didn't start in school.
Basically, I'd have panic attacks and I would think I was dying and I would go to the nurse and they'd be like, "You're fine, go back to class." And then I would like keep going to the nurse and then I'd be like, "Mom, you need to pick me up immediately." And you'd pick me up, which was great of you.
No, technically it wasn't great.
You're not okay. Whatever. I had anxiety and it was like undiagnosed. No, it wasn't. They actually told me I had
took
anxiety.
3 years to get.
Yeah, we're not explaining this story well.
Started in 8th grade and then she went back to school junior year of high school, but that was in and out of several cycles.
Yeah, I was like
numerous outpatient programs. We learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself. I was in a lot of therapy with you.
She did everything with me. So basically from 8th grade to my sophomore year of high school, I was in and out of outpatient programs, like therapy, inpatient, all of that for anxiety, depression, all of those things. We couldn't really figure out like the main cause or whatever. So she was like in these therapy sessions.
It was intense.
It was therapy that you didn't want to do, but
twice a week in the city, in the suburbs. Yeah. We did a lot. When I really think back, we did a lot of programs. And then she ended up in a therapeutic day school, which helped transition her back into LT. And then you weren't exactly the model student when you went back junior year.
What do you mean by that? The model student?
Every day before last period, I would get a text or a phone call. Come get me, come get me. I don't want to go to the last class. Let's go eat.
Yeah, and we would go and we'd get to Nico's. We'd go.
That was the hardest. Other than that, I mean,
yeah, I dealt with a lot of anxiety and depression and like mental health. But I think what I love about that the most is that I think we're both so aware of like mental health these days.
By far.
So like
it helped us. It helped us a lot.
Your generation, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like doesn't know about mental health that much.
I think that was 10 years ago. You were 13.
Yeah, but even people nowadays, like your age, don't understand mental health.
No, I think more and more people go for therapy.
But you have such a different perspective on all of it because you lived it with me.
And I worked for a psychiatrist out of college that I actually feel set me up for.
Let's not say his name, but I saw him in the psych ward.
The second inpatient.
Yeah.
He's her attending.
Yeah.
At the hospital. Yeah.
You said he was good looking. He was not, anyways.
Okay, because I had seen him probably 10 years prior to that.
He was like old as shit, but yeah. But so I think she has a very good, like you have a very good grasp on mental health because you dealt with it all with me.
Yep. And another one of her sisters.
Yeah, I do have an older sister, guys. I never really talk about her, but she's fine. I don't, but she has anxiety. That's about it. So you have a very good outlook on anxiety and stuff like that, and like breathing techniques.
Yes. So that would have been the biggest challenge of you growing up.
Okay, yeah.
That's about
just the psych ward. But besides the psych ward, what any other challenges? Why are you smiling like that?
I'm just thinking about that would be the only challenge about you growing up because now you're a young adult and I can't count those things.
What? Say it.
Just how fancy you are, and everything's got to.
I'm fancy.
How bougie you are, like when you were living in Chicago. So, Liv, let's go to lunch. Okay, we'll go to Pizza Portofino. I go, I'm thinking about a sandwich, and you're like, oh God, no.
Okay, well, do you know where I got that from? It's so funny because you think I'm so fancy. My whole life was like, let's do fillets on a Tuesday. Who has the champagne?
Okay.
I'm only drinking Veuve. Like, that was you. So I get my fanciness from you. God forbid it's not Ralph Lauren. Like, that is you. That's where I get it from.
You took it to a whole nother level.
I did. But the thing is, it makes me work harder because I like that lifestyle.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. So that's like a lot. But I got it all from you. That's why I'm like, how can you even?
I forget that life. It seems like someone else's life. I haven't had that. That was a different lifestyle a very, very long time ago.
Yeah, but I learned it from you. So when it's like I'm at these nice dinners, it's like, you think I just came up with that myself? Like, no, you would love to do like the nice dinners, all those things. You would only shop at Whole Foods. I remember all that. The vacations.
Okay.
You think it came from me?
Okay, it came from me. Next question.
It came from me. She doesn't like to talk about how fancy she was. She's such a humble queen, you guys. Anyways, was there any key moments where you questioned a decision I was making?
Oh God.
Where
do I start?
I have made questionable decisions.
Oh God, Livy.
Take your time.
No, you know what? When you said you were going to move to New York, No, probably LA. When you went to LA, LA was definitely one where I'm like, okay, maybe not a good idea. When you said you were coming to New York because it was going to change your career, it was going to be better for your career. Plus we were coming out of COVID, so I'm thinking if you're not,
right.
But every state was different. I thought like, well, would she still be in her place? Like, I didn't doubt that you would do well, but you came here with nothing.
No, I know. I don't think anyone really understands
nothing. Nothing.
I had zero money. I had $1,000 to my name. Probably less than that, if I'm being honest.
And no job.
No job. No really plan. I was just like,
when you say it out loud.
Yeah, when you say it out loud. And like, I don't even think she knew how much money I didn't have. I just kind of kept it a secret because I was like, I need to go to no credit score, by the way, either, which was a hassle. But you helped me move out here, and like just like any like paycheck that I got from like serving went straight to this move, and I had absolutely nothing coming out here at all. There was like no money, nothing. Probably one of the lowest points of my life financially, but for some reason I just knew I needed to be out here.
That's what you said when you were going to move here. You go, it's going to be great for my career.
And everyone doubted me. I will say you were the most supportive. I do have a very rude sister who was who was a little bit like, good luck, what the fuck are you going to do? You have no job, you have nothing, like what are you going to do out there? And no savings account. That was like the big thing. And I was
no
like,
savings.
I'm going to figure it my line was, I remember saying this in therapy all the time, I'll sell my fucking body if I have to. I'd pop pussy to live here.
Oh gosh.
And I would, but I didn't have to. And then I got like a serving job, lost the serving job.
You left one.
Then got like went to another one.
The second one, you quit the first one, and that second one told you not to come back.
Yeah, they were like, we don't need you. And then I was like, oh my God, I have no job, no money. Like rent is due. What do I do? And then I remember I like got another job, and I was like working doubles, which like another serving job. I was like working doubles. I had never worked doubles because they
barely work full time.
Barely. No, I would literally be like 3 days a week and I'm good. I was just doing what I could do to like get by. But that's like the New York struggle, 100%. And now we're here.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what. I think just the consistency is what got me here. But I would also be like, what the fuck do you mean you're moving to New York with no job, no money, no plan?
I did, but you know what? For some reason, I had faith in you that you'd figure it out. Worst case scenario, you come back to Chicago.
That is the worst case scenario. I'd actually rather die than go back to Chicago, just because I'm just not a Chicago girl. Like, I love New York so much. It's hard not to look at yourself when you're this gorgeous. Anyways. How do you feel about my life being so open on social media? Because everything's out there.
You know, it's your generation. Everybody does it. I personally wouldn't want my life out there.
Okay, well, how do you feel that?
But it is.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But it is.
But everybody knows all about. They want to know, how do you feel about like my story times about you?
I'm trying really hard not to say too much when I'm on the phone with you or on FaceTime because it ends up on TikTok.
But
there's no boundaries.
You're such a character. And you're so fun. My thing is, take everything with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Like the story times that
Okay. I do have friends that listen to your TikTok and your podcast.
But her specifically, take it with a grain of salt because it's like, you're a character. Like I'm just making you a character. You're going to forever be a character in my book. So it's like,
Great.
You better get it together.
It depends what you're sharing about me on TikTok.
She doesn't love. I stopped talking about the boyfriend because she doesn't like me talking about the boyfriend.
He's off limits.
He's off limits. The love of her life. Anyways, the boyfriend's off limits. I was supposed to say he is the most good-looking man you've ever. My mom loves ugly men. That's one thing that I think we should talk about. You love dating an ugly man.
I think they're ugly.
Jude, she loves dating an ugly man. Jude said yes. Anyways, you do love an ugly man. And like mother, like daughter. I get it. Like, I also like an ugly man here and there.
They're not.
Mom.
The beauty is from the inside out.
Okay, that's even more questionable because what beauty did you see in my father that was so gorgeous? I know.
You know, it was at a time when everybody was getting married, and I go back 30-something years. Girls got married young. People got married younger. And I was 26 going on 27 when I met your dad. And all my friends were getting married. And I'm like, oh my God, am I ever going to get married? Am I ever going to be able to have kids? And I did not expect to date him for 5 years.
5 years is a long fucking time.
Yes. Dated for a year, lived together for 4. And then I got pregnant on my honeymoon. But at that point, I had Kaylee when I was 32. So I I wanted to have kids. He just started doing really well with work. We were having a blast. We were traveling like crazy, and I knew that I wanted to be able to stay home with my kids. And
she wanted to be a trophy wife, which is fine. Okay, fine. She wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but she was a trophy wife. Like, you're gorgeous. Like, you were a trophy wife.
But I wanted kids. The best. I mean, I have no regrets. I want to have my kids.
No, I also have no regrets either. But like, you can't say it's all personality and then like you date those fuckers and it's like, what personality?
Here's the other thing: is what comes with age is experience and life experiences. And think back then, there was no quotes on Instagram or people helping you or women, and you didn't. I don't want to call it overanalyze, but you didn't analyze like this guy's not doing this right, and he's really a narcissist, and you didn't do that back then. And now, I mean, we have a checklist of who you and your sisters are going to date or marry based on what to look for.
Exactly.
And I've always had strong women friend groups, which help, but not always for relationships. Nobody wants to tell you that your relationship's messed up.
Oh, now we do. First, yeah.
Jude would tell me in a heartbeat.
Jude would be like, what the fuck?
But back then, like, none of my high school friends would have been like, I don't know if you should marry him. He's like this, or, nobody. Yeah. No, because if you ended up with him, then you're mad at your friends, for saying that.
So you definitely felt like the internal clock timeline.
Oh, yeah. I always thought I'd have kids before I was 30. That 32 was considered old back then to start a family. I was 36 when I had you.
How do you feel like knowing that I'm so opposite? Where it's
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, like how do you feel that I'm like, I don't fuck with the kids that much?
No, I told you girls, I don't think you should get married before 30. I think you're a totally different person at 23 than you are at 30.
Yeah. And that's just like not my main concern. This career is my main concern. It always will be. So it's like, I'm not dying to pop out a kid. Like, that's actually my worst nightmare. But it's like interesting to be like that you were so rushed and you were like, I need to get married. I know, it was such a different
time. Women put
a
career first. Women are more empowered than they've ever been with career.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can have kids later.
Yeah. Anyways, how much do you think my body count is? That means how many people I fucked.
I know. I don't want to know.
No. Guess. You have to guess.
Please tell me under 20.
Ew, Mom, be so fucking for real. Under 20?
Yeah.
It's under 10.
Okay.
Thank you. Are you proud of me? I just can't suck dick like that. You know what I mean? Like, I have to love somebody to... No, I don't have to love somebody to suck dick, but like...
Okay.
No, but I don't have to love somebody to... Do you have to love someone to suck dick? Well, have you ever... Here was a question. Have you ever sucked dick that you didn't love?
Yes.
Oh my God. Hold that head up high. Be proud of yourself.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
No, but that's the thing is it's like, How
about rephrase it? Someone that I liked. Because you don't
love everyone. You don't love every dick that's in your mouth. You know what I mean?
No. You said, did I ever suck dick of someone I didn't love? How about someone that you just like?
Yeah. Just like. I just like
Okay,
you.
yeah. Well,
I've sucked dick and I don't even think I liked them.
Then why would you bother?
I think I was having a fun time. It was one man and it was like one time.
I think maybe you look at that act a little bit differently than I do.
Oh, you think? Oh, yours is a sacred intimacy thing?
Yes. And I think it should be with someone that you...
No.
I got eyes over here. I've got this one here. I grew up in a different time, and depending on who raised you, sex wasn't as open as it.
So
I encourage you guys.
No, my mom was so big on blowjobs. She was like, "You better know how to suck dick." You did tell me that.
Okay, let's rephrase.
No, but you did do that.
Learn how to please a man. Learn how to please yourself first, and then also learn how to please a man.
No, but you did tell me at a young age a blowjob will get me whatever I want.
Okay, those were not my words, but okay.
It was something along those lines of like, you weren't like, suck dick, it gets you anything you want. You were like, learn to please a man, Olivia, orally with your mouth. You definitely said blowjob. I don't know why we're acting like you're so PG and you're from the grace of God himself. Like, no, it's okay that you said, listen, 16 years old, you better learn to suck some
Okay,
dick.
it was not 16.
No, but that's
No,
okay.
I think my exact words were, I don't think you should sleep with the person that you marry. In order to know if the person you're...
sleep with the person...
I said, don't only sleep with the person you're going to marry, because how are you going to know if that's good love?
That's because you guys... When I was 16, I thought I wanted to save it till marriage. And I told her that, and I kid you, she laughed at me. She goes, why the fuck would you do that? And I was like, because God. It was weird. I loved God back then. And she was like, why would you do that? Like, you need to experience, you need to please yourself, you need to learn. Like, don't save that for fucking marriage. It's not worth it.
Okay, I don't know if I said it wasn't worth it.
You
I just
laughed
said
at me, though.
You need to know, you need something to compare it to.
Yeah. No, and that's so true. And now I'm out here comparing. Not like out here comparing, but like you compare too.
Well, I think I'm also a lot older than you are.
You're not that much. Yeah, you are actually. You guys, she's 60.
Okay.
Anyways,
will be.
What is one of the most memorable moments that you've experienced with me? Why are you laughing?
Shit. You should have given me this question yesterday so I could think about it. Memorable. Come back to this one. I have to think about it. Livy, there's so many. Like, I mean, most of you make me laugh all the time. We're always having fun.
I'm trying to think of the most memorable too that I have with you.
Do you want me to go back from when you were a little girl? When you were at the Dunn's house and she was...
Go right ahead.
She was at her best friend's house down the block and the mom called and I know the mom very well and she goes...
How old was I?
7 or 8. And Mrs. Dunn, the mom goes, you need to start writing down what Livy's saying because she's hysterical. She goes, you need to put it in a notebook. She goes, she was making the kids' lunch. It was you, Danielle, and Maisie and her other children.
Name dropping, yeah.
And she said, I asked the kids, I said to the kids, she goes, I'm out of juice and milk. I'm going to have to give you kids water. And Livy goes, Mrs. Dunn, when my mom runs out of milk and juice, she just gives us wine with our meal. She goes, if I didn't know you, I'd be like, what the hell is this family giving their kids? She goes, but I know it. But these one-liners came out since she was a little girl. Yeah. It was always like... Livy's the type of friend when you walk into somewhere, you have to say, please just be careful of what you say.
No, that's like even when I'm on dates, they're like, I don't think you realize that everyone can hear what you're saying. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You know, like they're like, I don't think, because I am that friend that will be like, we'll walk in somewhere and I'll be like, tell me about the last dick you sucked. And it's church. And it's like, you can't say that there, you know? Like, I just don't have boundaries in that sense. But I don't even think it's just not boundaries. I just am who I am.
What you got there?
What?
Next one.
What is the craziest thing you've caught me doing? Like in my teenage years. I was never...
I don't think I caught because I was in it. Teenage years is when we were trying to transition out of the house.
I was in the psych ward. Yeah, but like what is something...
Like when I consider your teenage, not junior high, but when you went back into school, we were focusing on transitioning out of that house. Yeah. So I wasn't paying attention to what your kids were doing. I was sleeping in a sitting room that was removed from the rest of the house.
She used to sleep on the floor.
And on the couch.
Which was weird because we had a ginormous house with a bunch of bedrooms, but
it was
she didn't fuck with my father that heavy, and
okay,
she didn't want to be in bed with him. That's like a whole different topic.
What did you? I
could tell you some.
Go ahead.
No, but I would. The thing is, we've always been so close that like she would. Remember when? This is horrible, but like remember when my first ex. I was like, he's my environmental science partner. And he was like, you're like, my God. He has a full beard, Olivia. Like, he's not your environmental science partner.
I think you told me he matured early.
I was like, he's in my environment. He was 20.
I don't think you kids told me things that you were doing after, like when you got pulled over and Sam had to come get you guys with the liquor in the car. I think you were doing typical high school.
Teenage things.
Right. Like, so.
She would never get, she would never get mad or grounded because I think the punishment was living with my father. No, but like we literally, there was no, you can cheer up. It's giving like cloud. No, anyways.
Not that you weren't grounded. Like there was never anything that bad.
Yeah.
And who likes to be grounded?
No one likes to be grounded. What was your favorite part about raising me?
What part? I mean, what age? Livy, you were always, the school was always calling.
I was a bad kid in 6th grade.
6th grade was really bad, but you were funny. I mean, some of the stuff the school was calling about, you were messing with teachers.
Yeah, I think I told.
No, the gym teacher one.
Oh.
It was a packed gym, and he was on a microphone. And all of a sudden, nobody could hear him because she unplugged the speaker.
I did unplug the speaker.
So he was just talking, and nobody.
He literally grabbed me by my neck and took me to the principal's office.
And they called me. And I'm like, "Are you sure?" Like,
yeah.
You've just been fun. You've always made us laugh.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm trying to think.
So favorite part? No, that's an interesting question. When was the moment that you realized I was going to be successful with social media? Let me tell you guys
something. How about before social media? Like you doing Second City, your first show?
Yeah.
I'm like, there's something here. Like, there's something here. That show was excellent.
A lot of people don't know that I do have a past of directing, producing, and writing sketch comedy shows at the Second City in Chicago.
And it was...
That's where I started my entire comedy journey. But now it's like, for me, I think the social media is kind of a bigger accomplishment.
But I don't think you'd be as successful on social media if you didn't do Second City because your delivery and timing comes from your training.
I also think that's natural. I don't think that comes from my training.
I think it helps.
It could
think
help.
your improv. I mean, I never
That
liked
is true.
improv until I saw you at I couldn't grasp it, but until you had Mr. Keels at
Keel,
LT.
I loved Keel. Yeah. No, he was the best. So when did you realize, okay, let's say
I had to say after that, after I thought improv at LT, I'm like, there's something here. And then when
I was horrible in that.
And then when you did that show, I was like, oh my God. And the only reason we didn't get to see more of you from conservatory is because it was on Zoom because of COVID.
You were invited to the shows and you just didn't show up.
It was on Zoom.
Yeah, it was on Zoom. It was horrible. Okay, anyways, but in social media, she didn't understand what I was doing until I hit the million. And thank God for Jude, because Jude had to explain it to her. But like, you didn't get excited until like 975. Like, swear to God, you were like, okay, keep me fucking TikToks. But it's like,
yeah, I didn't realize how big it was.
Yeah, I still don't think you get it.
No, I do.
You do?
Yeah, you're making a great living doing it.
That's what she gets. She knows that I make a lot of money. That's where it comes down to. But I don't think you understand that success, I think, is almost bigger than what I've done. It's in a bigger scale than what I've done at the Second City.
Yes.
But the Second City, the accomplishments that I did there were pretty big too.
They're huge.
Yeah.
And maybe someday you'll end up back on the stage.
I probably will. No, I'm going to be doing like live shows and stuff like that. It's just going to be a different kind of stage where it's only me. And you. And I'll bring you on stage. I'll bring you on stage and we'll talk about sucking dick. Okay, so.
Or not.
Has anyone I don't like the word fans, but like, has anyone that ever like watches my TikToks like come up to you?
Well, I have a friend that told me she watched you.
Yeah.
Before I even told her that you were on.
Yeah.
And loves you. So yeah.
So do you have people that come up to you and talk to you about my TikToks?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about them. What the fuck are they saying?
They think you're very, very funny.
Okay.
And I just was wondering which ones they were listening to. They're listening to your podcast is what it was, and those could be pretty deep. And they would say, you need to listen to it because it's real. This was a really good one.
Yeah. She does not listen to my podcast at all. You guys asked that.
3. I've listened to 3.
What episodes have you listened to?
Well, I listened to part of the one with you on the stairs and some man's or guy's fingers in your butt or something like that. It was.
Oh my God. It was the 40-year-old man who fingered my asshole. Like, Mom, he literally on the stairs of my River North apartment.
I shut it off after that part.
But on the stairs of my River North apartment.
I remember.
Too. The 40-year-old man. I thought he was 27. I didn't know he was fucking 40. I was 20. And he fingered my asshole on that stairs.
Yes.
Literally.
I listened to that and then never listened again until recently.
Wonder why.
And then I can't remember. I listened to part of one. I can't remember which one it was. The last one I listened to was the one about your dad.
The most recent one I said about him?
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that episode?
It was spot on. I mean, it was true. And it's in the past, but it was good.
She loves to talk about him. No, in the past, but we still talk about him. No, I think you don't like when I talk about the things that he did. And I think it's a you thing.
Because I remember them, but there was so much going on. I didn't realize how bad it was.
And you just feel a lot of guilt and shit like that.
No, I don't feel guilt. Guilt's a wasted emotion.
Okay, sorry. Guilt is a wasted emotion.
I don't feel guilt. I just, you know what? We all needed those life lessons to get us where we are today. That's how I have to look at it. Because we're empowered.
But I told her yesterday, what did I tell her yesterday? I said, those story times pay my rent. So we can just laugh and smile. Exactly.
I don't like giving it the energy that
it's not giving energy when it's like, I'm telling a story. And do you want to know something? My DMs are full of girls being like, I have lived that exact same situation.
I know. That's how I put that into perspective. You're helping people. That's why I listened to that podcast. Plus, Kaylee said she and Vince listened to it. And she said, when you're hearing it back, you realize how freaking crazy it sounded.
Oh, it was so fucked up. But thank you for that. Anyways, no. Thank you for that one. What is it like to have such an amazing, badass daughter?
Which one?
No, bitch, be so for real right now. Me. You think it's Sissy? You think it's Sissy.
Oh, Sissy can do anything.
Okay, wait. They want to know. The people want to know, why do you think Sissy can do anything? Because she quite literally cannot.
Because I had Kaylee and Livi, and Sissy was the balanced one in the center. Even when she left for school.
That explains
And I
nothing.
called her and I go, you left me with the two crazies.
Okay.
Because on any given day, not lately, Kaylee's texting about something that's, oh my God. And
Kaylee has, like,
within 10 minutes, I got Livy doing the same thing. I can't believe this is happening to you. I go, this cannot be happening. One, it's like up, down, up, down. So Lara's always been very even.
You think Lara could perform heart surgery?
If she Googled it, she could.
No, that's the thing with you. Like, she literally thinks Sissy can do quite literally anything. And I'm like, Mom, she's not that talented. Like, she's not that skilled.
She's very smart.
You want her to be my accountant. You want her to be my business manager. You want her to be my everything.
You know what I was thinking last night?
What?
Because Drew and I were talking about something. She would be a great financial advisor because she loves to manage money.
No, we tried that one time. And
you didn't like it because she put you on a budget.
$200 a week. Who's spending $200 I said, what? On sushi? Be so fucking for real right now. $200 a week? I can't live off of that. I should.
She would be great at that. Why? You know what? Lara was just always easy. You know, she just never needed any with schoolwork, anything since she was a little girl. She was kind of like she just did.
So you think she can do anything because of that? I think
Lara's when someone doesn't
mentally ill.
What?
Like where I have like a little mental illness.
Yes. She's the least mentally ill.
Yeah, but she still has a lot of mental illness. But what was I going to say? What were you just saying? You were just saying something that.
About her being your financial advisor. And you said no, because you don't like the budget she put you on.
No, so I'm expanding my team. I'm going to be hiring more people. And I've been telling my mom that. Don't get me fucking started. Every single person, why can't Sissy do that? Can Sissy just stay in her fucking lane? Like, that's what Sissy can do. But how does it feel, me being your daughter?
I'm very blessed.
You are so blessed.
I'm very blessed. I have great daughters.
No, okay, daughter, Mom, we're not talking about everything.
Livy, you know I love you to death. My God. I FaceTime you how many times a day? I talk to you how many times a day? I don't even feel like she moved.
Because we FaceTime.
All the time.
But you've been ignoring my calls recently.
Because I'm working.
No, you're in love.
Okay.
And that happens every time this bitch falls in love. She forgets who the fuck I am. No, you do a little, and that's okay.
I see him twice a week. It's almost impossible not to pick up.
Oh, wait, this is so funny. I want to hear about her experiences as a cheer mom. My mom hated
it. Was hell. It was hell. It was hell. It was the worst. It was just the worst. It was at a not a great point for financially, and it was the most expensive sport any of my kids have ever done.
How much money do you think you spent on competitive cheer?
Monthly was just like $3-something a month just for your dues for you to go to the gym. Driving to that damn gym out in Aurora. The costume or her uniform was $500. The stupid ass bows were $50.
So how much do you think you spent overall in cheer?
And I think it was $12,000 to $15,000 a year. It was ridiculous. You should pay me back for that.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
It was ridiculous. And aside from the fact that the hotels were decent.
The hotels were nice. We love.
Livy and I did it.
We love the hotels. We would book the nicest
Remember in
hotels.
Kentucky, the Hyatt, and they're greeting us with bourbon?
Yeah. And I was like, I'm 15. Yeah.
But you have to go in they're like convention centers, and every stage is a different.
She fucking hated it.
It's loud, and it's 3 minutes or 2 minutes?
2 minutes, 30 seconds.
And God forbid you turn your head, you missed your kid.
You guys, I could see her in the audience, and this is how she would look at me.
It was so
You were
bad.
so annoyed. You hated it.
I hated it because you had moms that were living through their kids, and it was so intense.
And that's what you didn't get.
We didn't get it by a point. And I'm like, oh my God, could we just go home?
Right. You didn't care about any of that.
No, I didn't.
She was so big. She was like, I don't give a fuck if you missed it. Like, that's the thing.
I go, I just want to go home. I don't want to wait for the awards.
Yeah. And I was like, no, the awards. There were like mandatory things I had to do. And you'd be like, could we just go home? And I'd be like, no.
It was horrible, horrible, horrible. That was not my favorite time.
No, and it's so funny because cheer moms are such a thing where they're like so intense.
They dress like their daughters.
Yes.
Dress like their daughters. They have glitter, colors, everything. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah. Like in the audience, like during the dance, like, let's go, girls. She could give a fuck if I won NCAA Lawston and you're dropping thousands of dollars. She could give a fuck.
Jealous.
Jealous.
No, the best was she knew she was kind of. I said it's either going to be Second City or cheer.
Yeah,
and you're not going to be stunting people at a party.
Yeah, you did.
I go, no way are you going to be stunting people at a party. I go, you need to focus on something that's going to carry you through life. So I think it was Dallas. Because you're following a diet, you're making sure everything's perfect.
You're following.
She and I, we're out, and we're at some Italian restaurant, and she, you didn't even care.
Yeah,
you didn't even care.
I just stopped giving a fuck. It's a toxic cycle to be in. Like to leave it is like hard.
God forbid you do the hair wrong.
God forbid.
So many fights over hair.
Spray tan. Oh, the hair was the worst. I think that's why I'm bald.
The cost of it was over the top. Spray tans before, the uniform, the travel. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, she never liked it. What are your thoughts on my stories about the boys in my life, the men in my life?
You haven't had many lately.
No, well, any stories that I've told about men?
I kind of skip over those. Your
What?
hose?
My hose.
I skip over them. I don't like those.
Why?
Because those aren't the funny ones.
Oh, you don't like hearing about my hose?
No, I don't like that word.
Hose?
Because they're not.
Whores.
Well, but
motherfuckers.
Okay. How about no? Next
my
question.
bitches.
No, don't like that either.
My sluts.
The men in my life.
The men in my life.
That would be better. I don't. Anything that has that hoe on it, I go to the next one.
But they're good. You should listen. My mom's
no,
like
because
a lover
you're not.
girl.
Sometimes you're not being nice to them. So
who is your favorite friend of mine?
Can we do it by decade?
No, because please don't say who I think you're gonna. Just right now, who is your favorite friend of mine? I have someone in my head that I think it'll be.
Who is your okay? I love Katie.
You love Katie.
Yes. Tim, but because Tim's out here.
Yeah, Tim's out here. But was Tim or Katie? You have to pick one. They're burning in a fire. Who are you saving?
Oh, I'm not doing that. We did the fire yesterday. I probably Katie because I know Katie better.
You love
and
Katie.
Katie brings out the best in you.
I love Katie. Katie said "fuck you" about the coffee syrups. By the way, she was like,
Katie doesn't know shit. She talked to Jude because
"No, Mom, Katie knows about the coffee."
No, she doesn't because Starbucks is killing people. That's high fructose corn syrup.
Starbucks is not killing people.
That's why.
Okay. No.
We'll talk to Katie later.
Okay, you talk to Katie later.
Text Katie. Go ahead.
Get Katie. Someone get Katie on the fucking phone. Okay. Keep it brief because I don't like talking about this. I don't think you have one, but what is your opinion on the new man that I'm seeing?
I don't know him well enough.
But from what you've heard.
He seems lovely, but you're a little bit like me that you like people a lot right away.
I barely like him. No. But what do you know what you've heard?
I like the fact that he is secure in his own self and successful in his own way, that he's not intimidated by what you do.
That's a big
You need
thing.
someone that's you balance each other out and you're an equal, and not someone that's trying to control you or you're trying to control them. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. I also it's so new that I don't like to talk about it that much, but I want to know your opinion.
She likes him. You like him.
Okay, zip it.
Okay.
Anyways, what's your favorite childhood moment of me?
We already did that. You asked me that.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, give me another.
Okay. God. Why do you love Brooke's boyfriend so much?
When I met him,
Look at her eyes.
He's very Midwestern. He was very kind, and he was great to talk to. Not every young man that age wants to sit and talk about, where they went to school, their job, everything. He's just a nice kid.
Would you kiss him on the lips?
No.
You love him. Do you low key want? People want to know.
I loved.
Frenchie.
No, I almost said sissies.
Okay, so we have to bleep that out. You did love Sissy's. Did he remind you of Sissy's ex-boyfriend?
Yes.
Oh, is that why you like him?
Yeah, because they're just nice guys. Not that people from New York aren't nice, but Midwestern kids.
You love a Midwestern boy. She does love a Midwestern boy. Okay, wait. Where was?
Isn't your friend from the Midwest?
Yes, my little friend is from the Midwest. What is the most annoying thing Livy does? Answer
when
wisely,
Libby doesn't get her way.
Okay.
Or doesn't like what somebody has to say. Even if she asks you for your opinion, she gets very mean.
I wouldn't say
snotty.
mean.
Yes, you did.
I wouldn't say mean. I would say
that's not what I'm asking. That's not
that
what I'm
wasn't
asking.
what I was asking. Maybe if I was
that's exactly how she gets.
Okay, that's like how I get. I'm a very
Libby was spoiled for a lot of reasons.
And who the fuck spoiled me?
I did because I was worried about your safety. So I kind of went overboard doing whatever she needed so that she would still be here.
She's so
it's partially my fault, but it's gotten better.
I tried to kill myself a couple times.
There were no boundaries. Now we have boundaries.
We worked hard on our boundaries. But someone yesterday, I said that to you yesterday, you need to follow these fucking boundaries because she won't. She rides up my asshole like no other.
One of your sisters?
You.
Oh.
No, that's you. That's you. No. Babe, that's you. You're the problem.
No, you're very good now about expressing your boundaries.
Yeah, she a little too good. She doesn't like that I express my boundaries that much.
No, because it makes it better for us. We have a better relationship.
I didn't have boundaries. You would love a world where I'm just like, hug and kiss me all day.
I know. I love my kids.
She does. She's a great mother.
I wanted to come here to hug my kids.
It's a weird statement.
No, someone asked me, what are you looking forward to? I go, I just want to hug my kids.
You're such a sweet soul. What was your reaction when you found out you were pregnant with me? Did you,
I was hoping it was another girl.
Really?
Yeah, because I figured if I had
You didn't know my gender until you busted
I
it
didn't know
open.
the gender for any of them. I was hoping, I mean, I wouldn't have minded if it was a boy, but then I would have wanted to have another one so he could have a brother. But if I had 3 boys, I would have gone to 5 for a girl.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a sister. I don't have a sister.
You had 3 girls. How do you feel raising 3 girls?
So blessed.
Really?
Sometimes a little crazy, but
because we're all very like opinionated, very strong personalities. And like, for instance, like if we don't like the way my mom's hair looks, we'll let her know immediately.
My hair, my skin, my clothing, sunglasses were a challenge yesterday.
That was.
I got the girl in the place going, those look great. My daughter's all going, no, those are bad. Those are bad. Put them back. I'm like, okay.
Well, who do you trust more, us or the bitch that's trying to get commission?
For fashion, you.
Yeah. What was my name almost going to be? I know this.
Summer,
which I think is so cute.
Summer. I loved it.
Yeah.
We could change it.
Should
she
we?
is Summer.
She is Summer. Why is it a problem that he ate my ass? Why were you so upset that guy ate my ass?
Because that is not something you talk about to people.
First
of all, new relationship. Why would you ever put that out there for someone that might potentially be a long-term relationship?
That he ate my ass?
I don't think it happened. I think you did that to get a rise out of me.
No, I swear to God, he ate my ass.
Okay, next question.
Do you want me to call him? Because he ate my ass.
Next question.
Anyways, but why is it a problem that he ate my ass so early?
I think that's great. I think everybody should have their ass eaten.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Wise words by Dina. Everyone should get their ass eaten.
Live.
What is your favorite thing about each of your daughters?
Livy, your sense of humor, because you're very, very funny. Laura, you go to because she's very black and white and tells you how it is.
She's like the business.
She keeps you grounded.
Yeah.
Kaylee, she tells it like it is.
No filter.
No filter whatsoever.
A little bit.
Backhanded compliments.
Up the ass. That was all last night. Just the back.
That dress would look great on you if it wasn't so poofy.
Yeah. Or like that dress would look great if you lost 5 pounds, and you're like, what the fuck? Or like, how did you gain so much weight after like that was
Laura? Just tell me, how did you gain so much weight doing Orange Theory?
Yeah, and just like the backhanded fucking compliments. Guys, I do have an oldest sister. I never talk about her on my TikToks because if I talk about it, it's going to be like a whole series and then she gets mad. Like I prank called her like last week and she had to take a Xanax. I was like, fucking forget it. Like I don't need to deal with that. So we don't talk about her much. But what is the craziest thing you think that you've done? Because I tell them everything you've done. So what do you think the craziest?
Do you mean like jokes that we've played on people?
That, yeah. Could be that, or like lying about nose cancer or a therapist. Because you did both. Mom, in Miami, you were like, I have a therapist. I love my therapist. What's her name? You don't need to know. That's a boundary I set with my therapist. She was reading a book. That was her therapist.
About that. The craziest thing I've done?
Yeah.
Packing up 3 kids and moving out broke.
That was a crazy thing to do. And I tell the story that I had no idea we were broke until we like left. I was like, oh my God, she wasn't kidding. We have no fucking money.
Do you remember we were looking at that one house and you walked into the one room and you go, is this a closet? And the girl goes, this is a bedroom. And I go, she goes, I grew up in this house.
I said, oh, I am so sorry. It's beautiful.
I go, you know what? It's great.
It's great. We'll take it.
Yeah, that was a crazy thing. I think it's pretty much the craziest thing I've ever done.
That was like something packed up in one day when he was at work.
My life, it was your lives too.
No, duh, bitch. But like, yeah.
But I mean, like,
She's so emotional about these things.
No, because
and I'm like,
I was responsible, even though you guys were, in high school, since he was getting ready to leave for college. You're still, Do you know I made it very clear, no money is no money, and nobody believed me.
No, we had no idea. That was like the shock of the century. I was like, oh my God, we're poor. No more fillets.
Never poor, just broke.
Very
Can't be
broke.
poor when you have family. You think that my Uncle Todd was going to let us starve?
There were times that you were like, get your own dinners, girls. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's fine. That is what it is. That's the risk that we took.
That's why you're so successful, because you hated being poor.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to work my ass off for this. But what is, fuck. I was going to ask you, the craziest thing I think you've done is make me move Laura into Michigan State while you were on the phone with your new boyfriend. I literally moved my sister.
That's not crazy. You know how many times we moved her?
Okay. Mom, it was her freshman year. She's going to college for the first time, and my mom is in this new relationship. She's like lovey-dovey. She hasn't been touched in 25 years, whatever. And now she's met a man that's like the love of her life. And
no, it wasn't the love of her life.
Not the love of her life. In that moment, it was. But he calls her, and you're like, I'll be right back. She goes to the hall. She's gone for 2 hours. I'm introducing myself.
I was gone for 15 minutes.
You were not gone for 2. You were not gone for 15 minutes.
Don't get me going on the exaggerating.
Oh, on the me exaggerating? Mm-hmm. Don't get me started. I'll talk all about your ex-boyfriends. Anyways. So next question. What is your favorite part about my job?
I like the fact that you have flexibility and you would never have been a 9 to 5. You could barely do a hostess job for 3 hours on a Tuesday.
Fucking rude.
So that you make your own schedule. Livy, you're self-made.
Yeah.
Nobody helped you.
No one helped me.
So I think you're doing what you love. You're very fortunate to find your passion at such a young age. Some people never find it, and some people it takes a lifetime.
I thought you would say that you might get the opportunity to go to Formula One. Guys, she fucking loves Formula One, and it's the most randomest thing in the world. But like, I get opportunities like those.
I started watching the Formula One documentary during COVID and was fascinated by the entire about everything about it. No, I'm telling you, if you watched one, because it's a sport. These men are in unbelievable shape. They start when they're young boys.
Okay, we're good on the Formula One. But like, she called me and I was telling her that like a bunch of influencers got sent for Formula One.
Like, why would you
Oh my God, why would you not bring me? I go, I didn't get sent to Formula One, but she like loves Formula One.
Yes.
Which is so random and weird.
Down the road.
So random and weird. Someone wants to know, why did you marry my father? We already get it.
I was
children,
getting older. He was successful. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. The whole thing. I wanted kids. It pretty much came. Yeah. You spend 5 years with someone, and now I'm 31. It's either him or I got to start all over.
Yeah. Or just like, but I guess that was like a different time.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say focus on a career, but whatever.
Oh, I didn't have a career. I did. I was in sales for healthcare, but I went to socialize. I went to socialize and shop.
Yeah, that's the only
reason.
Meet
clients.
Yeah, that's the only reason I would. I would never do it because I'm passionate about sales. Anyways, how does it feel knowing the Livy is your daughter?
She is Livy as my daughter?
Yeah. How does it feel?
I love it.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. She eats that shit up. Are you proud of me?
Do I not tell you that every day?
Every day
I'm so proud of you.
It'll be the littlest things. I'll get sent like makeup from Too Faced. Olivia, I'm so fucking proud of you. I go, why? Because Too Faced sent me a foundation? Yeah. That's just amazing. Any little thing I do, this woman is so proud. Like, you're just so proud.
I'm proud of all my daughters.
It's not about them today.
Okay.
And I'm tired of that.
Okay.
What do you manifest the most?
For my kids?
Nobody asked about your kids. For you and your kids.
What that you are happy, healthy, you have joy, peace, love, and you're kind to others. And that you find Jesus.
Okay, no, now I want to know, where'd the obsession with Jesus come from?
Not an obsession.
Obsession.
Getting ready to leave.
No,
our family
Jesus
home.
Is new.
No. It started when we were getting ready to leave our home, and my mom, who passed away, said,
R.I.P. Grandma.
Said, and I always prayed, but she goes, you need to go to church. And I'm like, you don't even go to church. She goes, no, you need to go sit in church and pray and ask for help. That same week,
I can't.
Same week, a client said, you can't do it alone. You have to ask the Holy Spirit and the Virgin Mary to help you because they're going to help you. So that's when it started. So
hold the fuck up.
7 years ago.
No. This is the thing. You recently started to love him a lot.
No,
and
I always did. I just started to tell you guys because you're all the Antichrist.
No,
so
we're not the Antichrist.
Why would I share it?
No.
You know what, Libby? I think you have to have a faith in something bigger than yourself. And for me,
do. The universe.
It's the Holy Spirit. Then it's the Holy Spirit. For
whatever.
You, it's energy. Whatever energy you want it to be.
No, but why do you think that you shoved the Bible down my throat? That's a genuine question.
I don't think you told me when you got well, going back into school, you go if it wasn't for prayer and God.
Okay, I know, but that was like a different time in my life.
Libby, think about it. It was a faith bigger than yourself. And you know what? It gives me comfort. I'm grateful and blessed. And I think
But you're not answering the question. Why do you shove Jesus down my throat? And not in a fun way.
Because I think it's good to know that someone else is there to help you in case I'm not.
Mom, oh my God, she always talks about dying and I can't do it. I can't.
Livy, I'm not shoving I just like to mess with you. Because I know it pisses you off. I would never do it as a sissy.
No. But we should start. Just getting really okay, we love to fuck with like my sisters and we'll be on the phone and we'll just play jokes on them. And it's like probably my favorite thing where it's like, what did we tell them the one day that you think you're gonna marry a priest or something? No, what did we tell them? It was something that, or you want to be a priest.
Oh, I was going to get ordained as
yeah. And we convinced them, and then we
told them that I was going to class. I'm going to take a leave from work, and I'm going to take classes so that I could be become not a priest.
It was like
a
woman
pastor, a woman pastor, something like that.
And they were like, "What the fuck, Mom?" And we were like,
that?
3 words that describe me.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's the good one.
You're beautiful, inside and out. You're out. Oh God, Livy, you have this magnificent personality. You light up a room when you walk in. I mean, you're big. You're
big.
Okay.
Who the fuck says big?
You have a big personality, a heart of gold, and you light up every room you walk in. And that started when you were a little girl. You've always been like that. Like you just changed the energy of good or bad. Yesterday was not a good energy, but typically when you're on and you walk in, you just
tired.
Your energy lights up a room and you make people feel good about themselves.
Yeah. 3 words that I would say describe you: cunty. No, I'm kidding. It'd be you're loving, you're nurturing, and you're funny. You're very funny. You're a very funny woman. I get my humor from you.
I never thought about it until recently.
No, everyone on TikTok is like, oh, you get.
You know where I get the loving and nurturing from?
Where?
Grandpa Alexa.
We're good. And we're good on Grandpa Alexa. What do you think how did you know, when did you know that I was like a little crazy?
A little. I said I couldn't say that story.
No, you can't say that story.
When you were 2.5.
2.5? Well, okay, be more specific.
I can't. You told me I said it again.
Okay, well then don't pick a story that you can't fucking tell.
Okay, how about, well, I said when you told the Duns that we drink
okay,
wine
besides that one.
When you got in the car when you were 8 or 9 and told me that if the school calls, just go with it. I told them Ryan Seacrest, because she's been watching a lot of American Idol. Ryan Seacrest is your second husband, and we're in the entertainment industry. And I said, well, who's my third husband? She goes, Dad. And at that time, she was sucking her thumb, so it was like, school calls, Ryan Seacrest is your second husband.
Second grade.
Thumb back in. She goes, we're in the entertainment industry. And I'm like, oh my God.
The whole class believed that. I'll never forget that. And I said you were sucking Simon Cowell's dick. But like, I put it in a way nicer phrase in second grade. But like, everyone believed that. They were like, your mom's married to Ryan Seacrest.
I mean, you did some crazy shit in high school too.
Like what?
Making amazing stuff to the teacher.
Oh yeah, I did do that. That was a lot. Okay. The last question that's not a question is that you did an excellent job raising your daughters. They seem so sweet and genuine. Love you, Mom, Livy, and Sissy. I just wanted to say that they loved you. Well, no one really knows about Kaylee. I keep her. She's my hidden gem. Kaylee's my hidden gem. But you did a good job raising.
I've got great kids. I'm very blessed.
You have one really amazing daughter.
You'd asked me that 3 years ago, I would have been like,
oh, fuck you. You know that. You always loved us. One really amazing daughter. Me.
You stand out. You stand out. That's for
You'd be lost without me, and you know that.
I would be lost without all of you.
Okay.
You're funny, Livy. How can think about it? There's times we're on FaceTime or talking, and all we're doing is laughing.
Yeah.
And usually because we're thinking about shit to do to your sister.
Yeah, we like to fuck with them a lot. How do you feel being on Midday Matcha?
I was on Midday Matcha before.
Okay, well, how do you feel being in studio on Midday Matcha?
I was very nervous. I don't know if I like the whole camera thing. I like it better when it was just an audio. Because the one I was on was
It's okay. It's not like I just like worked my ass off.
Liv, I like it. This was nice.
I
think that you get to see the real me, and not that shit she says about me on TikTok.
She for some reason was like so genuine, and like she gets in these fucking moods where she's like, oh my God, like I'm Jesus' wonder or whatever. Like you were so deep and passionate in like this episode where it's like, bitch, be fucking for real.
I am being for real.
But she was nervous, you guys. So I think she did a very good job.
Not my wheelhouse.
Not her wheelhouse.
Grab a mat, we'll do some Pilates, and it'll be good to go.
I knew you were going to shout out your Pilates. I knew she was going to shout out her Pilates. You guys, she does do Pilates, but she is full and booked. All right, we love you guys.
Thanks, Livy. Thanks for having me. I'll be back.
That was confident. All right. Love every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Dina, thank you for coming on. Happy Mother's Day. Shake some titties, shake some ass.
Yeah,
okay. Anyways, suck some dick.
God, Olivia.
Oh my God, Olivia. Anyways. You guys, if you want more of me, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at She Is Livy. Make sure to what?
Subscribe.
Okay.
To TikTok and the YouTube?
Fucking forget it. It's just like you subscribe to YouTube, follow on TikTok, follow on Instagram.
There'll be lots of stories of me on TikTok over the next couple of days.
Yeah. Oh, I have a TikTok that I need you to record after this.
Let's do it.
All right. Love you guys. Bye. Wait, can you smile? Because I want a thumbnail. Back up, bitch.